Hello world and welcome to the video. I'm Jesse Pettibone, and today I decided to try new makeup the day that I film. Of course, go figure. I feel like it worked out. It's fine. I just usually do like a red or a pink, so it seems like a more natural, like, is that just a natural shadow because of Jesse's super well-defined brow structure? Maybe. What was I going to hard pivot to? Oh, this is a quarantine vlog. I made a really long... You okay, Bray? I made a really long video breaking down like all of the emotions and things and thoughts that I've been processing since the pandemic began. And I was like, honestly, I uploaded it and then it got like 75% processing on YouTube, and I was like, I don't think that I'll sidetrack real quick. We'll come back to the plot, which is guilt in the pandemic. I make political content on the internet, and so my comments are mostly people calling me really horrible names and telling me they hope I die. So if you have anything nice to say, feel free to put it in the comments. It would really help balance out what usually happens. So I made this big vlog and I was about to put it out, and as it was uploading I was like, you know what, these people don't necessarily deserve to get like that serious and unfiltered of a look into my life. I used to do that on the internet, and times have changed, and my use of the internet has changed, and I don't feel like I can be that personal anymore. I almost was like, maybe I'll start a separate vlog channel and just like send out private links to people, which is, I think, the future of social media anyways, but I'm not in that place. So anyways, this is about feeling guilt in quarantine and the pandemic. This is for people who might have felt that guilt, and hopefully you have moved a little bit along and you're away from that feeling, but if not, hopefully people can resonate with this and at least know you're not alone. It is a daily, sometimes hourly journey, and who knows where we'll end up. Am I right? So, in the beginning of quarantine, I was like, we're about to get laid off, and they gave us 2 days to like, I was working at a school, like clean up the classroom, get everything in order, get homework in order for the kids, that kind of stuff. And we all applied for unemployment together, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have so much time to make videos. Like, I'm just gonna really dive into that. I've always wanted more time. Finally gonna get it. Fast forward, and I like crashed and burned hard. Quarantine overall has been like really hard for me. I like to have a lot of plans and structure in my life. When things don't go to plan and I feel out of control, I spiral very, very, very easily. And usually if I just like sit down and make a list of what I can do or should be doing, like a nice to-do list or something like that, it helps. But there was nothing. Like, we're in quarantine, you know? It's like, what am I supposed to do? I can only write vacuum on my to-do list so many days in a row. I mean, I have a dog, so the answer is every day in a row, but you get the point. And so I did not make videos. And I did eventually make a quarantine vlog, which you should watch because it's funny. But like, I had to go through a lot of like reflection and process a lot of feelings to get to that point, and I haven't really made a lot of videos since then. I also like went back to work at one point, but that's besides the point, because that's not what was stopping me. I was feeling a lot of guilt for not being productive, or as productive as I wanted to be, and like getting really angry at myself to be like, yeah, the world might be in turmoil, but that's not the point. Like, your environment right now is what it would be if you were making videos not in a pandemic. So WTF. Which is really dismissive of my own feelings. And so if you feel like that, please stop, because it's very dismissive of like the reality of the situation is that the world is in a lot of turmoil. Our local communities there's a lot of uncertainty. People don't feel a lot of control, and there's just like a general vibe of anxiety. And that's very real. And you can't just like write that off and like push it away. And I had to like, I was so hard on myself for literally weeks, like maybe even a month. And I remember I was on the phone with somebody that I care about deeply, and they were like, you know, for my health, I know that I need to be going out and like getting this exercise, but I don't feel like I can do that. I feel like getting up and like doing my day is already so much. And I was like, yeah, like you're battling mental health stuff, plus like the world is doing what it's doing. Like that's a lot. If you can motivate yourself to get up and feel okay, if you can like, you know, do a couple chores, that's incredible. If you can bring yourself to do anything and be okay when the world is not okay and you don't know what's coming in the next hour, the next minute, the next, you know, tomorrow, that's a huge step. It takes a lot of mental energy. And I think it took me like telling that to somebody to then like, you know, tell myself that. And even then I had to like sit down and do a bunch of 5-minute meditations, not consecutively, because then they're not 5-minute meditations, am I right? But I was like, dang, I'm really, really hard on myself all the time, which is something my mom has told me a lot. I hold myself to a very high standard, and then I'm really mean to myself when I don't meet that standard, which was an unrealistic standard in the first place. Haha. And that bridges into a bunch of other quarantine vlogs that we're going to talk about. But ultimately, I'm just hoping that if you're feeling guilty because you had big dreams for the pandemic and all of this time, don't feel bad. Don't compare yourself to others. I have gotten off social media almost entirely because I would just get on there and be like, look at these people. But you don't know those people's situations. You don't know their support systems, their mental health. Maybe their hobbies that they put on social media just happen to be the things that help them cope. That's very fortunate for them. Can't relate. And yeah, so I think it's important to like let go of all of that for yourself. And I had another thought as I was saying all of that, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I did remember. So I like went so far into my spiraling that I was feeling bad about the past, like 5 or 6 years in the past when I was in college, and being like going through things and being like, wow, this was a missed opportunity that I could have taken advantage of if I wasn't depressed, and I couldn't. And then feeling bad about that, which is one, was out of my control at the time. I was doing the best I could with what I had. 2 is definitely out of my control now because that's like years of the past. The extreme ridiculousness that I can take myself on a mental journey of guilt. And also I was doing all of these things instead of like productive mental health things. So if you can resonate with some really, really, I want to say stupid, but like, you know, I needed to hit that rock bottom, but like, come on, Jesse, get a grip. So if you can resonate with that or any feelings of guilt on a minor or major level, know that you are not alone. I have found some of my own coping strategies. I've been meditating and listening to just music that I love. And also new music. It feels good to be like, I don't like this, and then get rid of it, and then be like, I do like this, and put it on a playlist. That's a sense of control, baby. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. And I will see you all in the next one when we talk about... never mind. That's a spoiler. Bye. Oh, and remember, every day's a chance to get better.